Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It's your boy Rashad and Dave in the building on a Monday. Surprise. We back, just like old times, Dave.
Yeah, man, the OGs know what it is, man. We here on Monday.
Yeah, we here on Monday. Good times back when we used to pod on Mondays. Might need to go back. No,
I wouldn't be too mad at it. I won't be able to compete no more Monday night, but it's fine. I mean, I got, I do need to open up my Tuesdays at some point, but I'm down either way.
Yeah, me either. Monday and Tuesday both work for me. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, Dave, we back post combine. We got to talk about all the risers and fallers of the combine. The latest news for the Carolina Panthers. And obviously, we have our fundraiser announcement that's going to be lit today as well. So, shout out to everybody that came through, is pulling up with your boys on this this Monday evening to come rock with us, man. Dave, before we get into that, how was your weekend, man?
For once, I didn't have to go travel to some colleges. So, I mean, weekend's pretty good. I still got an event later this week that I got to go to. But overall, weekend was pretty chill. I did some laundry. I relaxed.
Did some laundry.
I worked on Saturday.
I don't think I've ever heard Dave come up on this show. All the years we've been pod, to come up here and highlight laundry day.
Well, the problem is when we were podding, I owned a house, so I didn't have to worry about talking about I had to do laundry. So I have to leave my house to go wash my clothes nowadays. I don't have the luxury of being at the crib. But I actually worked on Saturday, believe it or not. I worked Saturday morning. So, everything that's been going on with work and all the other hoopla. So I went to the office on Saturday doing some stuff.
Yeah, man. All was well for me, man. It's competition season, dance competition season for your boy. My voice is a little gone. Screaming for my babies, of course. My daughters both dance. If you're new here, you happen to just be tuning into the pod. I am a dance dad, so my daughters compete. I had our first competition of the season here locally up in Albemarle. So it was dope, man. Good times, good vibes with the dance family. They did well, so that's always a plus. Got another one next weekend or this coming weekend. But yeah, man, good times. Go ahead.
Your weekends are gonna be packed now.
Yeah, weekends are cooked. Bro. Yeah, weekends are cooked, bro. That's why I had to I gotta shift a lot of things because Tuesday I got something I gotta do. Wednesday I got something I gotta do. Thursday I got something I gotta do. So it's a lot, bro. So that's why I had to shift the pod today. A lot going on, but obviously we love the Panther Nation and we here to support and provide that content that we always pull up with. So it's all good. Real quick, shout out to my daughter. She's trying out for track. My youngest daughter trying out for the track team.
Oh, get that paper. Speaking of track,
yep.
Shout out to the men of North Carolina A&T. They won their first CAA track championship last week.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't even know that. Know that.
The men won and the Hampton women won. So shout out to them as well.
Yeah. So salute to that. My daughter's trying out for try out today. And so she'll try. I think they have another day. Is she gonna
run? She gonna run?
I don't know what the child just.
Tell your daughter this. Tell your daughter the secret. Throw, toss some stuff. They give scholarship for them too. Be a thrower.
I don't know if she's strong enough to throw it. She kind of weak, but it is what it is.
Okay, sprint it is. Dash it up.
She could run. She could run, but I don't know about throwing anything. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I just saw T. Higgins got tagged.
Yeah, he did. I figured we were going to discuss that.
Y'all said he wasn't going. I did not have that up here. So, Dave, before we get into let's go ahead and talk about it. T. Higgins tag, second straight year.
$26 million is the tag. Is the price tag right now?
Yeah. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
So now, I mean, so we can go in and officially take him off the market. But you know who did not get tagged? You might have it in your slide.
I did. I don't have anything. I don't have anything about any other teams in my slide. So
okay, Chris Godwin has not gotten tagged as of yet. I think the deadline's tomorrow, and reports are out saying that the Bucs are not going to tag him.
Yeah, I would expect that because I think that they've done pretty well over the past couple of years with drafting receivers too, and he's a little bit injury prone. So I see them kind of moving on. So it is what it is, man.
I mean, there's been some speculation that it's possible that Sam Darnold might get tagged by Minnesota, but that's not a done deal yet. The deadline for the tag, I believe, is tomorrow. Another thing that happened, you saw the Deebo Samuel trade?
I did see the Deebo Samuel. I did not have that up here. Yep, Deebo Samuel definitely got traded to the Washington Commanders for a bag of chips. And I know
but they had to take the contract. They had to take the contract. That's why the bag of chips.
There you go. You're learning. We're learning here. We're learning here, Dave. We're learning. We're learning.
But you know what I thought about that entire time when I saw that trade go down, because they only had to give him a 5th round pick to do it. But they had to do the contract. But you know what I realized, and I kept reminding myself when I heard about that trade.
We did good with Burns.
We got a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo.
Oh yeah, that part. That part. Great point. That's a great point. But Mingo comes with a rookie deal. A little bit different. I know,
but it's just
you're right. You're right.
But it's about like, why do you give up? Why do you get certain things for certain players? Deebo Samuel is an absolute great player. He's a good player in this league, right? Some people wanted him badly at one point, but then you get the reality check of his contract. The contract devalues what you can get back for him. So you got to look at the contract. So Mingo wasn't a good wide receiver for us, but he was on a rookie deal. He had potential. Deebo got paid. Whoever took that trade was going to have to take that contract. So, y'all got to keep those things in mind when you think about it. It ain't all the same.
A lot of talk about Meyer too from the Raiders, the tight end. I heard he's on the block too. So
already?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. He's out there in these streets. That's what they're saying, bro. Listen, I see it floating around. I see the news. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I also just saw Darius Slay got released.
Yep. I was going to ask you, like, if we need a corner.
We do, but I don't know,
but
man.
That bag is going to be crucial, though.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, that, and I think that the draft is so deep at cornerback, which is probably why they went ahead and decided to get rid of him, because they're probably going to be able to get a nice little replacement in the draft. But yeah, here we go. So A-Cash just said, my fault. Go ahead, Dave. You got it.
Yeah. Since we're talking about trades, shout out to A-Cash for Super Chat. Since we're talking about trades, would you give up a 4th for Mayer from Las Vegas?
It's interesting. I would kick the tires on that for sure. Yeah, I would probably do that because I don't know that you're gonna find a 4th round tight end that good. No. Yeah, so like I would strongly consider that, and I don't know what is his hold on.
No, I would do that in a heartbeat. Yo. Yeah, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, Myers, yeah.
Let me see, over 4 years. I'm just looking at his contract real quick. Yeah, he still got a lot left on his deal. Well, not a lot. He got 2 more years left on his deal. So yeah, that's about right. I'm not mad at that. I won't be mad at that at all.
And he's still on a rookie deal. That's the key.
Oh, okay. Just got some crazy news. My man Carlo got perfect timing. But anyway, let me see here. Let's pull up these slides real quick, Dave. We got to get into some content. It's a lot to talk about. But yeah, I would definitely do that Meyer trade for the 4th. I'm not mad at that at all. I would do that for sure. And we got multiple 4ths, so you're not really missing nothing at the end of the day. So again, let's stay on the prowl, folks. You know what I mean? stay on the prowl. Pursue your dreams, radiate positivity, overcome an obstacle, work hard, and love what you do, man. If you forgot what it stands for, stay on the prowl, man, and stay positive out in these streets. A lot going on out here.
Bruh.
It's a lot going
I
on.
got a question for you.
What's up?
What did you do last week?
What you mean?
Oh, you don't know about that. Yeah, so all the federal government employees got to answer that question.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I do know about that. I obviously heard about it, but
yeah,
that's kind of funny.
But
it's
wild,
not,
bro.
It's not funny, but
it's not.
Anyway.
It's. I mean, truth be told, everybody got to get their status anyway. It's about where you're sending the status to.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get into all that on this pod day, but it's
all keep good. It moving. Keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. All right, so the pregame. So the pregame pod. That's what I was just looking at. Carlo sent me a message saying, "Hey, it's up. It's up for the Patreon folks. So the Patreon folks will get the first crack at this. I haven't even seen it yet, but I will be posting the link to this in our Patreon this evening. As soon as I get done here with the pod, it will be the access will be available for Patreon members. So shout out to all the Patreon members, man. We appreciate y'all support. And this episode, which was fantastic, which we talked about the combine, we talk about the draft, we talk about free agency, we talk about life as an NFL agent. It's just super dope and really, really good conversation.
Man. I know you were nerding out on this one.
Yeah, man. It got to a point where we started talking about numbers. You kind of just see my energy kind of change because I didn't expect to get into that kind of conversation, but he was so available and willing to answer all the questions, and we just kind of went down that path. So it was great. It was great, man. Shout out to Big D No Kool-Aid Sipping, man. Appreciate that super chat, man. Big money. Appreciate that. What's up, fam? Appreciate you, Big Money. Appreciate.
Hope all is well, my brother. You said you've been in the hospital. Hope all is well, man.
Oh man, my bad. I didn't see that Big D. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah,
bro.
Hope you're doing good, boss.
Oh man, yeah. Hope you're doing good, man. Prayers up to you, bro. Hope all is well and get well soon, man. My bad, bro. All right, but yeah, Patreon, man. Go make sure you sign up, become a Patreon member. Check out this episode. It's super dope, and it's hopefully that won't be the only one. We'll do another and another, and it should be great. All right. Next, I gotta give a major announcement. Man, shout out to the whole P&P Army. Y'all came through something vicious. And we beat our goal last week. We beat our goal. We raised $1,118. It was $1,116. I rounded up to 18 for 18. So $1,118 is what we raised. And shout out to the top 5 folks. Jay Smitty III, who dropped a gift on one of the he dropped a gift in the comments on one of the videos, and I caught it. I was like, y'all got to add that because it technically wasn't super chat. It was a gift, but it counts. So I caught it, I saw it, and added that. He was the top giver in this here fundraiser. So I appreciate that. Knucklehead K came in at number 2, landed at number 4. Pancake JLIS came in at number 4, and Ladarian came in at number 5. And so all of them will be receiving a signed 8x10 from Jalen Coker, one of these bad boys right here. Shout out to Jalen Coker, man. Again, good guy. And again, I got some for my Patreon members too. Salute to the Patreon members. I'm gonna lock y'all in too. Y'all get one. I got plenty of these to go around. So salute to everybody for y'all support. And obviously this was donated. Just so y'all know, above board, I don't play with people's money. I went ahead and donated it immediately. So this is my donation receipt that the funds went through me directly to the Love Like Adam Foundation. I hit up Jalen yesterday evening, asked him which foundation that he wanted to go to. And he said the Love Like Adam Foundation. And so that's where I sent the money. Okay. So just saying, just want to make sure that y'all knew that the money was submitted and it went to a great cause, man. So appreciate y'all. It was dope. Jalen appreciates the support. And I think he retweeted my tweet from earlier. And so just go back and check that out on X. Yeah, good stuff. And we'll continue to do these things, man. It's good positive stuff. All right. And it's amazing to me how stuff like that only get like 50 likes. You know what I mean, if it was some clown, if we was out here clowning on Steve Smith or something, bro, it would have went viral. But stuff like that, it don't get the
blame the algorithm.
It don't get. Yeah, it's just all good though, man.
Not the dog. When I got my speeding ticket, did I tell you about my speeding ticket?
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw.
We talked about it last. Yeah. We
talked about it, and I saw it.
Yeah, over 2 million views.
It's crazy,
bruh. I blame the algorithms. Oh, the market testers. The market testers. Well, Blackshear got added to the list, right?
Yep. So the market, my bad. I didn't realize that you was talking about. My fault. I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it, Dave. My bad. I didn't catch it. Test the market. Yeah. So I wanted to add this to the list because I was gonna make a slide just for Raheem Blackshear, and I was like, man, we got to keep track of these. So Raheem Blackshear was another guy added to the list of guys testing the market, or we're allowing to test the market, meaning we're not gonna extend their contract, or I think he was exclusive rights free agent.
Yeah, he was exclusive rights free agent, and they pulled the tender. So now he can be a regular free agent, a restricted free, unrestricted free agent.
Which tells me a lot, right? When you look at this list, this step back and think about this for a second. Look at this list of positions. Every position, right, is a position of need. Like, it's not one position up here that we don't need somebody like immediately. Like, we need somebody immediately to fill these roles, but we're allowing these guys to test the market. That should tell you all you need to know what we're going to do in free agency and what we're going to do in a draft. We're going to be drafting these positions. They obviously have their eye on folks. They know how the draft is going to fall. And, they kind of right there with it. They know what's going on. And yeah, I get this. This makes complete sense. You know what I mean? So we're looking to get better in these positions. Sometimes you got to let these guys walk. It's tough decisions, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
There's I don't know if we got my man up there, but there's a guy that's available in the draft. We used to go to our alma mater. That can return kicks. That can return
he's
punts.
Up here. We'll talk about
we're going to talk a pretty damn good running back.
Yeah. And that's why we're going to talk about him a little bit later. You know what I mean? But there's guys up here, again, we're going to be letting them go, and we're going to look to get better. And I think, again, we tend to, as Panther fans, overvalue some of these guys that we have. Like, respectfully, some of y'all were like, love Blackshear. I'm like, bro, he's like a running back 4. Like, he's okay, can return kicks, but he was just okay at doing that. Like, he wasn't elite. You know what I mean? Like, we can do better. You know what I mean? So it's okay to let these guys walk.
And the fact that they still are willing to let him walk, considering Chuba got hurt near the end of the season. What's his face? Even though Chuba came back, Jonathan Brooks is out for the year.
Right.
And they still said, all right, we're still going to let you test the market. It says a lot.
It does. It does. Exactly. That's my exact point. That's why I kind of left these guys up here, is to kind of put light on that. That's not anything light. We're looking to get better, and not just, remain stagnant with guys we just like. You know what I mean? So, Tommy, again, I know I see y'all in the chat. I like Tommy too, but
I think they're gonna resign Tommy.
Maybe.
Out of all the 4 that's up here, I think that's the one that's probably gonna get re-signed most likely. I don't think the others will though.
Dave, I'm glad you cut me off, because I was about to say something I didn't want to say. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you jumped in. Sometimes
I'm here to help. I'm the government man. I'm here to help.
Sometimes you gotta save yourself, bro. You saved me right there. I was about to say something that I did not want to say, because I like Tommy Tremble. I do like him a lot. I do like him, and he's a friend of the show. All right. I ain't gonna say.
Yo, go. Carry on. What's next?
All right. Moving on. Change of scenery day. So a little tit for tat.
Go
ahead.
He refuted it, didn't he?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Straight up say, for somebody that's been coming into the locker room for X amount of years, you don't know anybody.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Austin Corbett, it was an article that came out written by the world famous David Newton on ESPN, who said that, hey, look, man, Austin Corbett wants to play for a team where competition isn't a thing, right? He wants to I've earned my ability. I know what I'm capable of, and I don't want to compete. I just want to get my spot for all intents and purposes. And then, like Dave just mentioned, Austin Corbett went on X and refuted the entire article and said, nah, this isn't true. Funny enough, I can't find the article anywhere. I think he may have taken it down. It may or not. I can't remember. I went to ESPN to find it and I didn't see it. So I don't know if he took it down.
Don't worry. Archive.org got everything, bro.
I was just saying, go check to see if it's still there, because I don't know if it's still there or not. I don't know if he took it down or what. But this is true. Noli, this is true. I saw the clip, and I was gonna get to that. There is a clip of Austin Corbett saying exactly that. So people that are saying, hey, look, David Newton ain't really about that life. He ain't, but there is a clip of him basically saying that exact thing, man. So is he out of line? I don't know. I don't know.
Austin Corbett's quoting, and I think that article's probably gone. David Newton claims he needs to be in the. Yeah, David Newton claims he needs to be in our locker room when we're getting out of practice showers to know us on a personal level and share our stories. Yet after 3 years together, he doesn't know a thing about me. Yikes. That's brutal.
But I like that though. I like the little smoke. I like when players come out and say, hey, look, man, this dude capping, this ain't the truth. I mean, it's now 2025. Like, you can't just say something about somebody and then it not be true and people ain't gonna fight back. Like, everybody has a platform nowadays. Like, you can't just spew cap. That's why I try to be careful about. I was kind of reckless back in the day. Like, now I'm a little bit more cautious about what I say and how I say it, because once DJ Moore rolled up on me. I'm joking. That was all fun and games. It was all fun and games. That was
hilarious.
I'm joking, by the way. Shout out to DJ Moore, man. Even though he on the ops list. But yeah.
I mean, he on the ops list, but he's a place where wide receivers go to die. The Chicago Bears. That's where to go to die.
And Dave still out there. Nah, ain't nobody gonna scare me straight, bro. If I said it, I said it. You know what I mean? If I said it, I meant it.
Actually, I'm the one that said it, and I stand by what I said. Yeah, DJ Moore scaring shots where it's funny.
That's why I'm careful about what I say on this pod, bro. I'm not just about to get up here and just start bashing folk. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's deserved, sometimes it ain't. I ain't just gonna do it for no reason. But people have the right to refute what's on these shows. It don't matter how big or how small.
It's true.
But anyway, that was out there. So just wanted to make sure we kind of touched that. Pause. And yeah, let's keep it moving. So, Dave, we got to talk about it. And shout out to Joe Person of The Athletic. Please go over there and subscribe to his stuff. We're briefly going to talk about it. But Dave, Joe Person has said a couple of things, put a couple of things out there, a few news notes and nuggets after the combine, and pro days are coming up, top 30 visits coming up, and he's saying, bro, word on the street is this is a quote from his article. He says, with pro days and top 30 visits still to come, I left Indy thinking the Panthers would love to see Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham fall to 8, but they also seem to like Walker a lot. Dave, I think, and this is kind of along the lines of what I've been saying for a while, especially with Walker. I think Walker is a guy that I think they really, really want to take. But I think if Mason Graham's at 8, that's the pick.
Correct. Point blank, period.
I think that if Mason Graham falls, I'm with Dave that and again, I don't know if he's going to fall or not, because there's a lot of differing opinions on Mason Graham and the type of tackle he is. I mean, everybody, it's not a consensus thing where he's like the most elite tackle out there. There's some differing opinions. Some say he's just a finesse guy. Some say he don't have the true power. You know what I mean? So y'all know me. I'm not the biggest X's and O's guy in the world. I look at what I see and I like it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? But I'm no expert. You know what I mean? I like Mason Graham. I would love to see Mason Graham and Derrick Brown together. But I also see the damage that Frankie Louvu did, and I see Jalen Walker being just that. And it would be great to have another linebacker weapon / guy that can cover / all of that, i.e. Frankie Louvu on the roster. You know what I mean? That would be great to have too. Is it rich at 8? Probably. Could you trade back and still get Walker? I don't know.
But define rich. Because I don't want to risk trading back and still not getting your guy. So define rich. Like, all right, where would he go? Like, where should he go? 10,
Walker?
11?
I think I don't know. Bro, I think it depends.
I think the Saints will take him right after us if we don't take him.
Nah, I think the Saints would take a wide receiver before they did anything else. I think Tet is the pick for the Saints. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know about that, bro.
I think so, bro.
They got so many pieces they need too.
Yeah, they got a lot of gaps, but I think they're gonna take that. But anyway, I don't know, bro. I don't know where we're gonna go, man. I don't know where we're gonna go.
If the lowest is he mocked, if the lowest he's mocked is 11, then
that ain't rich. 8 ain't rich.
8 ain't rich. No, I agree. 8 is not rich at all.
8 ain't rich.
No.
I can see us taking Jalen Walker
Like
at 8.
that's semantics at that point.
Shout out to Carlo. Sources now, Carlo, you got to correct me if I'm wrong. You got to let me know whether this is the streets or is this the sources? Because I know we got you got legit sources now. So we got to be careful about if we saying sources or the streets. Is the street saying that Mason gonna fall? Mason's agent said we have a good chance at 8. Is that what the street's saying, or is that is that directly from the horse's mouth?
It'll be fascinating if he falls. I think if Mason falls to 8, that's the pick. No question about it. No doubt in my mind. Oh God, him and freaking DB.
It'd be crazy. That's what the street's saying. That's what the street's saying. All right, streets. Let's just say that's what the street's saying.
You know what we do with the streets? Gotta take a grain of salt.
That's cool. We just gotta make sure the streets.
As long as we're clear, man.
The streets.
All right, but I will say this. I think what we do, and you said this before, Sha, what we do in free agency is going to dictate the choices too. If we are here signing a barrage of linebackers, and I think that street might have transferred to our source. But if we go after a bunch of defensive tackles, then it's going to say who we're going to end up. Probably going to end up with Walker. Wouldn't be mad at either one of these picks though. We get one of these guys. Wouldn't be bad either way. Wouldn't be mad either way.
Shot to Aiden. He said the streets is a better source than David Newton.
That's a fact.
Funny.
That's a fact.
That is funny. But yeah,
my opinions are better than David Newton's. And he's trying to, and he, I mean, dog, I knew that they were having some drama in that locker room when Rule was there. And then Joe Person came out with the manifesto. So, Newton, no.
Yeah. I think I have kind of. And again, I tried to tell y'all this before the combine and we know that Walker didn't really do anything at the combine, and that's how you know if Walker not doing nothing at the combine, that tells you everything you need to know about what he's gonna do and kind of where he's gonna go. He doesn't have anything to prove, so he knows something. His people know something, and again, this is all things that came from my interview with the agent, right? This shots in the shot. This is the same thing that he said. Listen, they're gonna give the advice based on the information that they have. Somebody in Walker's camp knows that he not falling past a certain point. And the only thing that he could do by working out is damage his stock. He probably not gonna get it any higher than what it is, just based off of all the factors involved. So let's just sit this out. Let's just sit this one out. We're gonna rock at the pro day where we're comfortable. We know we come up with the script. We know we're gonna put me only in situations where I'm gonna be successful, and we ain't got to worry about any kind of external factors, and we just gonna perform at a very, very high level. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's happening with Jalen Walker. I think he's gonna be a top 10 pick, and like Dave said earlier, I think that would make for me 8 not rich, right? I think that's along the lines, and I think Panthers fans need to start. If you don't like the Walker pick, you need to start watching some Georgia film. You need to start getting comfortable with it because all signs and everything point. Just look at everything. Just makes sense, bro. It just makes sense. Dan Morgan saying, "Oh, we're gonna start picking guys that have the championship pedigree from these top tier programs." That applies to Mason Graham too, by the way.
Yep, national champion.
Guys that know the area. He's from Salisbury. The kid he mentioned in his daggone presser, the combine presser. I got family all over North Carolina and South Carolina. That's the only place my family exists, bro. You need to start getting comfortable with Jalen Walker being a daggone Carolina Panther because the likelihood is very high.
Unless Graham falls, he's a Panther, bro. He's a Panther.
I would agree.
He's a Panther.
I would agree. And I kind of agree. I really do agree with and it doesn't take a rocket science. Shout out, no disrespect to Joe Person, but I think this is kind of common sense, right?
And that's
Mason Graham
fine.
would be a great.
But he was on the streets. He was in the streets, and
Yeah,
but
he
I
was
think
there. He was
yeah.
there. You're
So
right. You're right.
if you did the reporting, I mean, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not mad either way. I think a lot of folks are probably still gonna have our hope and taking a tight end and wide receiver, but y'all need to go and take that hope to bed and just let it lay down for a little while, and maybe hope will come another day. So I think it's gonna be one of these two.
Yep.
Unless
All right.
neither one of them's there, then we have a different discussion.
Neither one of them's there. That's a whole nother. And I think we really trade back at that point.
Yeah, I agree there.
All right, let's keep it moving, Dave. I think we got Patreon coming up next. Yeah, shout out to Patreon members, patreon.com/PantherNationPC. If you want to see that interview in the shot where we do talk about, and he's from Wasserman Group, right? And if you follow the shot on X, you will see some of the guys that he represents. That was kind of dope to see him support some of the guys. I can't remember some of them. I think Farmer was one of them. He's gonna pop up on one of these lists. It may not be favorable to. He may not shot in the shot. He may not like the list, one of the lists that Farmer's on. But anyway, salute to on the shot. And again, if you are a Patreon member, I will drop that link in the chat as soon as I get done with this pod. All right. Again, shout out to the MVPs. I got some Jalen Coker stuff I'm gonna give away. Got plenty of 8x10s that I'm gonna give away. Dave, I still got you locked in too. I gotta go to the post office this week to put all an A cash. I got you too. Don't worry about it. I ain't forgot, bro. I don't forget. So I got you A cash. I got you. I got everybody. So don't worry about it. Shout out to the franchise folks. And shout out to the free agents as well, man. This pod would be nothing without y'all, man. The contributions greatly help us keep this thing rolling. So again, if you haven't done so, man, sign up to support the channel, patreon.com/PantherNationPC, and holla at your boys. All right. Dave, Underdog, real quick.
Yeah, man. You guys need to go to underdogfantasy.com. Use the promo code PNP. There was a big MMA fight a big boxing match over the weekend. They do boxing. They do MMA. They do NBA. They do NHL. When baseball season starts soon, they're gonna do some baseball. They're already doing drafts for that. They do golf. So just go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. They do higher lowers and things of that sort. And drafts. So check it out. I won thousands of dollars on Underdog, and you can too.
Yep, shout out to Underdog, man. Dave, speaking of the fight, did you watch it?
I did not. I did watch Elimination Chamber though.
What you think? What's about John Cena turning heel, real quick?
It was a long time coming, bro. It should have been happening. But this, I'll tell you what. I'm curious to see how they do it because if he's non-talking Cena, that'd be fascinating to watch to see how long he stretched without talking to the fans. So I'm fascinated. I feel for Punk. I wanted to get Punk. I would have been cool seeing Punk win the match, but getting to Cena heel turn, it'd be fun to watch. So I'm for it.
All right. Shout out to Underdog. Shout out to all the sport events that happened this weekend, man. Dave. All right. So this is not the list I wanted to start with. Give me a second. I hit a slide and I hit the wrong one. Let me unhide that. Just my apologies, guys. 1 second.
I forgot because it's Monday. I forgot Monday Night Raw's on. But
All right, so we're gonna start with. I ain't gonna say. You know what I mean, there's just room for improvement, Dave. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna room for improvement. We're not gonna go too hard on these guys' pause. But I'm gonna start with Pierce, man. I think a lot. I know some of y'all like Pierce. I get it. Some of y'all really like Pierce. But when you got guys out here doing some heavy damage on the combine, I think that I think Pierce, with all the question marks around him, the biggest thing with Pierce is, and what he had to do with the combine wasn't shown on camera, right? He's got to go through the interview process, and I hope that he knocked the interviews out the park because his combine was okay. I thought he did some things where his measurements weren't that great. His arms came in a little bit shorter than expected, and then he had a really short 31-inch vertical, which doesn't show that explosiveness. You know what I mean? But he did have a solid broad jump, and he did have the fastest 40-yard dash and 10-yard split. So that's cool. He kind of made it up for the lack of the measurements, but I just don't think it was over the top where it needed to be. You know what I mean? I just feel like for a guy that was at one point the top ranked edge in the class, I just think he had to knock it out of the park, and I thought it was just an okay day for him. So I just say room for improvement. Again, not a complete stock down by any means, because he had the fastest 40 and the fastest 10-yard split. That's important. But I just hope that he knocked the daggone interviews out the park, because if he didn't, I can easily see him falling into the late second round after being touted as one of a top 10 pick. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought. Dave, you got any thoughts on James Pierce?
There's always somebody that's gonna fall, man. Like, there's always somebody that's gonna fall, and sometimes the combine's a factor. But a former Super Bowl winning coach once told me, if they have a good combine day, they check the film and see if the film matches it. If they have a bad combine day, they check the film, see what the film says. So hopefully he has good film. If he had a rough combine day,
the film is up and down for him, bro. Like that's the concerning piece. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can easily see him sliding. Pause. Yeah, you know I mean, I can easily see him going from a top 10 pick all the way down, to second and third. You know what I mean? I can easily see it. And like you said, Dave, there's always one. There's always one. All right, next up, I had Princely. I'm not gonna butcher his name, but I think ultimately, you got it, Dave. Ultimately, I think he had a disappointing day as well. My man weighed 265 pounds at the Senior Bowl, but then dropped that. I mean, he dropped all the way down to 244 pounds to run faster. Yeah. He dropped down to run faster, but a 10-yard split and 40-yard dash and short shuttle, all that stuff was just average. So you dropped all that weight just to be average. Like, when you drop that kind of weight, you gotta put on. And I just don't think, the vertical jump was solid, broad jump was solid, but everything else, he wasn't the greatest athlete. You know what I mean? And a little stiff too, in the drill. So I don't know. I think for a guy, I had a little bit higher hopes. He was a guy that I was taking. When I wanted to double dip at edge, I was taking Princely. You know what I mean? A little bit later, because he does. 6'4". He's solid. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think it was a kind of disappointing day overall.
No, that's
go ahead.
I ain't got too much on him. I mean, that's discouraging.
Yeah,
like I do recall you taking him on the mocks, but
I took him a couple times. I took this guy as well, Jack Sawyer. Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. We already knew that his arms were going to be a little short, but it came in a little bit shorter than what we expected. And as a defensive player, especially in the NFL, you got to have those long arms to help you fend off some of those guys. And with short arms, it ain't really that ain't it. And you need the long arms. He didn't do any of the time drills, but he did do some of the athletics, the other testing. And again, it wasn't that great there, especially when he was running around the hoops. It just the bend wasn't there. The balance just wasn't there. You know what I mean? So Jack, I had to drop. I had room for improvement. Again, the measurements, he can't do anything about that. I mean, your arms aren't going to get any longer overnight.
What's interesting? They were talking about how the folks that went to the Senior Bowl and then go to the combine, their arms got shorter. Now I got questions.
Yeah, that's how they same reason they told me. Same thing they told me about how Jalen Coker is 6'3". It's the same thing, Dave.
Same concept.
Same concept. Same concept. All right. Tez Johnson. So Tez is another one. Again, I was a big fan. I know some of y'all said that's your boy. That's your boy. You know what I mean? That's your boy. I know. I saw it. Okay. But not only was he small, David, he was a little slower. If you're that small, you should have some speed on you. He ran the 40-yard dash in just 4.51 seconds.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. And he did have he had a good broad jump, 10 foot, 11 broad jump, and a solid vertical at 37 inches. But the top end speed just wasn't there. My man weighed 154 pounds. I weigh more. I'm a skinny dude. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I weigh more
I didn't
than this
understand why
kid.
folks liked him, bro. Because I was like, yo, unless he's
I mean,
running like a 4
his
2.
film is solid. His film is okay, bro. I'm not saying we take him in the first round by any means. He was more of a third, fourth round pick. You know what I mean? That type of guy. But I don't know, man. I think he's gonna have to address, the. I mean, I don't know. It's only so much you can do. You're 40. I'm sure you're gonna run faster at your pro day. You probably drop into the 4.4s. I would hope. You know what I mean? You get that little the home cooking, you know what I mean? The home clock get you into the 4.4s, and maybe that'll help him out. But the combine, it just wasn't it. Just wasn't it for your boy, man. Let me see who else.
Before we
Oh,
continue,
yeah, go ahead.
let's do a quick super chat.
Yep.
Shout out to Clell Ham. I think it would be dope if we did a 2025 all season rebuild. Start with free agency and then the draft. Love to see y'all's ideal, realistic all season. I mean, we probably could do that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've done it in the past. I wouldn't. It all depends on the timing, bro. If I had time to do it, I'd do it.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Joshua
man.
Farmer.
Yeah, Josh Farmer was next. Again, the 40 wasn't that great. And again, we're not looking for the 40 time. That's not really what it's all about. He's 305 pounds. He ran a 5.11 in the 40, posted a 29-inch vertical jump, which, for bigger guys like that, you want to see that explosion. That's what the vertical jump is all about. He did have a solid 9'4" broad jump, which kind of talks about explosion as well. But again, I don't, because this draft class is so loaded. I don't know that he might get a little lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? I think if you care about RAS scores, his was like a 6 point something. Yeah, I mean, so it was just okay. You know what I mean? Not the best in the world. And again, I'm not saying RAS scores are everything, because hell, we've had 10 RAS scores drafted before, i.e. Amari Barno ain't done not a damn thing. So I mean, it ain't about RAS scores, but you do got
it's the odds. You get better
Yeah.
odds. It's about, because that's your relative athletic score. So the higher that is, the odds are you'll be a great player in the league.
Yeah.
It was just so happy we had Matt Rule making these picks, and those are the breaks.
So another one, again, y'all have heard me talk about him a lot, and I've drafted him several times in mock drafts. Deion Walker, 6'7", 341 pounds, is a massive human being. At one point, he was considered a first round pick, but I think his stock has dropped considerably. I think he may fall into the third, depending on how things go for him. But he didn't run the 40, which is expected. He's a big human being. I don't expect him to run. He's not going to run fast. But he also finished with some of the lowest results in the vertical jump and the broad jump. You know what I mean? So your vertical jump, 25 inches, your broad jump, 10 foot, 104 inches. That's not very good. And again, those numbers specifically speak to your explosiveness. And that's the concern, especially when you're playing defensive tackle and you're that tall. It's a leverage game at that point, right? And that's why some of these smaller guys can get up under you and just body you out the way. It's a leverage game in the trenches. Just because you're tall don't mean anything. You still got to play with leverage, and it's gonna make it tough for him in the league, being 6'7", 341 pounds. Now, can he use that and just move people? Maybe, but I don't think that is on the film that often. If you go and watch it, sometimes you see him get moved. So I think this is about leverage, and maybe some teams may shy away from it. But anyway, I thought he could have had a better day from a testing perspective. Dave, any thoughts on 6'7", 341 pound Walker not performing that great?
Film's good. I don't care, because he's 6'7", he's 341 pounds.
That's the thing. I don't know if the film matches.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not
probably,
really. He
probably
ain't really
match. But
really,
Trevor Wallen have a teammate on the team at least.
Well, that would be true.
But
that
either
would
way,
be true.
Either way, Gunnar Helm.
Gunnar Helm was next on my list. Gunnar Helm, bro. He had some good tape. I ain't gonna lie. But the athleticism is just not there. He only participated in a couple of drills, and then the ones he did participate in, he didn't get the results he was looking for. He had the worst vertical jump of any of the tight ends. He had a 30-inch vertical, and that was a full inch behind the second worst, which was Notre Dame's Mitchell Evans. You know what I mean? So even after the jumps, he struggled in the 40-yard dash. He had a 4.48. A 4.84. Excuse me. Again, just not the tight, especially with him. His tape is okay, but I think this is a solid group of tight ends. I think he
This
may
the
have
one that
cost
this the one
himself.
that ran the 40 with a twisted ankle though.
Oh, okay, he shouldn't have ran.
You know, I remember I recall seeing the picture of the foot on the ankle, and that joint looked terrible. You're right. He shouldn't have ran.
He ran during it. Okay, he ran during it. Okay, he got injured during it. Okay, cool. I'll accept that.
Give him grace.
I'll accept that. I'll accept
You
that.
gotta take him off the list, man.
No, I won't take him off the list. They're saying he injured. Okay, I get it. Oh, he twisted ankle. He definitely shouldn't have ran. He shouldn't have ran then. So this speaks to who was his agent. So no, they're saying he did it on the 40.
Or he twisted it on the 40.
Which one is it, y'all? Somebody in here capping. Did he injure
I
during
know
the workout?
he got hurt.
It's just
a matter of when he got hurt.
So. I think we capping. I think we making excuses for somebody we like. Is that what we doing?
No. He was mid combine. He gutted it out. I mean, possibly you gutted it out, but bro, I don't know if that was wise because you could have exacerbated the injury more than what it was.
Who was his agent? That's what I want. Who's representing this kid?
Oh, he twisted on during the 40, but then he continued doing the combine. That's nuts. They're gonna give him grace. You might be.
Oh no.
He might be.
If you twisted your ankle during a false start, then you don't need to run, bro. Who's his agent? Find me his agent.
The question is, did he know?
No.
Did he know? Did he know? Like, I remember when I broke my foot at a Kanye West concert. Didn't know the foot was broken till the following day.
Nope. Who was his agent? After what I learned, I blame his agent.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't part of the interview, but I've learned that some agents can misrepresent somebody for one reason or another. But yeah, nah. The dude twisted ankle. That joint looked bad too. I ain't pulling it up because I don't want to look at it again. But it looked pretty rough.
Fair enough. All right, Gunner, I give you a little pass. I give you a little pass, man. You get a little pass.
He wanted to gut it out, so he wasn't listening to his agents. What I'm hearing.
I don't know.
Based on
we can't speak to that. We ain't there.
Saying,
we don't know who his agent is.
It doesn't matter because sometimes people don't listen to the agent.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But all right, let's move on to some guys that actually absolutely body bag the combine. A couple of guys that we'll go through. Shamar Stewart. Again, y'all heard me talk about this guy for a long time. And again, some of these guys that I'm going to talk about, I think are going to be excellent players. They may not be the best fit for the Panthers per se, but somebody's going to get an excellent player. Shamar Stewart is one of the guys that I'm afraid for the Panthers to draft because he has the athletic ability. But he has his tape, there's some question marks, but he has the physical tools. For Carolina Panthers and the Carolina Panthers fans, with the way his stock is increasing, there's no way I feel comfortable with us taking him anywhere in the first round because he would get destroyed, that's where he's going to go. He's going to go in the first round. His stock is up there, bro. This man, he was listed at 290. He dropped down to 267 pounds for the combine, right? And it's crazy. He had a crazy combine. He had a 40-inch vertical of a 10-foot 11 broad jump. 40-inch vertical and a 10-foot 11 broad jump. And again, for reference, that's Myles Garrett status. Myles Garrett, 41-inch vertical, 10-foot 8-inch broad jump. You know what I mean? Obviously, the 40-yard dash, which is what's pictured here. The man ran a 4.6, which we talked about. Dave, who else ran a 4.6? Julius Peppers ran a 4.6.
Peppers ran a 4.6.
We talked about that last week. So Julius Peppers ran a 4.6, bro. So we talked about what this man could do at a combine, and he went out there and did it. You know what I mean? So I can definitely see this man increase in style. He's going to be a first-round pick. I just don't know that I like the Panthers taking him because he's still raw. And I don't know if we, as a fan base, are ready to deal with another
we're not.
raw pick.
Get somebody that's ready to start immediately. But is somebody going to take this man in the top 10? There's talks that he's going to go in the top 10. So.
Yeah, some are saying that he could work his way into the top 10.
So it'll get interesting. Folks are saying he never produced. So, but
no, he did. He had 4.5 sacks in 3 seasons at Texas A&M. So yeah, but I know. But again, does that lend more to him not being coached properly? Because he's got the physical tools. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that we have the capability to get the best out of him, but there are systems. We all know it, Dave. We know teams like the Eagles, teams like the Chiefs, teams like these well-oiled machines. When guys like this go to those teams, they end up being great, bro. I'm just saying. So again, I'm not saying he should be a Carolina Panther. I'm not saying that. But somebody given the right system, and I know you can say that for a lot of people, but him specifically, given the athletic traits, he's going to be very good. It's going to be very good, man. Dave, any more thoughts on Shamar Stewart?
I mean, yeah, if he gets to the right system, man, he's gonna be a monster. But I do agree that him coming to Carolina probably wouldn't be wise because then y'all would be screaming at him being a bust if he doesn't produce pretty fast. Like I'm thinking, like if he falls to the Steelers or he falls to Philly or one of these or the Chiefs, oh my God, cheat code.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly, bro. It's gonna be ugly, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But I think he definitely made himself a lot of money just by being super athletic. And again, if he goes to the right place with the right coaching, it's gonna be problems. So he definitely proved exactly what I was thinking last week when I brought his name up. And he did a great job. So here's his athletic scores. I don't have this for everybody. I only have it for the 2 defensive linemen that I'm gonna talk about. But 6'5", 267. And again, everything is basically elite with the exception of his hand size. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Just great athletic ability. And I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get that clay, and all they gotta do is just mold him into what they need him to be, man. He's gonna be a good player.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Landon Jackson, Landon Jackson is another guy that had a very, very solid day. 40.5 inch vertical, 129 inch broad jump. The tape is up and down, not the best in the world when you look at Landon Jackson, but some will say that he is playing out of position and they didn't use him properly, where he was playing a little bit more on the inside of the tackle and he really didn't have that ability to use his athleticism to get like a running head start off the edge. You know what I mean? So again, he's explosive, and I just don't know if he had a chance to show that off at Arkansas. You know what I mean? So, again, very, very solid player, good talent. We just don't know, man. But again, he's got a good base here. I don't think he participated with in the 3-cone, but very solid. Oh, there we go. Landon Jackson, Wasserman client. So if you know, you know. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So he's another one that you can keep an eye. I think 2nd round pick. May have worked himself up into a late first. But he's another one of those guys that the 2nd or 3rd round, you could potentially grab him and have a solid defensive lineman.
I'll be honest, bro. I wouldn't be mad if we double dip at the line. Wouldn't be mad one bit.
Yeah.
That injury last year still did good. Okay. Now I wouldn't be mad if we decided to go double dip If he's there in a second, I wouldn't be mad at this picture. One.
Landon did go viral, like I think he was participating in some thing when he was coming out of high school or something. Yeah, he looks completely different. That is funny. If you go look at the before and after for Landon Jackson, it's pretty interesting. I watched that side by side. It was pretty crazy. But here's Landon Jackson. Here's his scores as well. Again, it's very solid numbers: 6'6", 264. Just very solid. 4'6", 8". Very solid athletic profile for Landon Jackson. All right.
Okay.
Let's keep it moving. Another guy that had a good day, interior defensive lineman CJ West. Again, not a box score production for CJ West. If you go and look, he's one of those interior guys that's just not, they don't get a lot of the numbers. But the reason why I have him up here is because this man is a run stopping machine. Okay, 6'1", 316 pounds. He's got a pretty interesting frame, a little bit different from a guy like Deion Walker, who is tall and big. But this guy, he this is where the leverage comes into play because he's a little bit shorter. You know what I mean? So, but he also has some crazy athletic ability, which is what we saw at the combine. So his 40-yard dash was a 4.95, which is solid. 33-inch vertical. I mean, that's very, for a guy that big. Pause. I mean, that's very good. I mean, this is a loaded defensive lineman class, but if you want to prioritize the run stopping, Carolina Panthers. This is a guy,
6.5 yard for carry on first down, right?
This is a guy, day 2, day 3, you might be able to grab him, and it could be very, very it could be a very good thing. And again, just depends on what happens with Mason Graham. If Mason Graham is there, obviously we all feel great about Mason Graham. If not, you may have to settle for a guy like CJ West, and he's very good. You know what I mean? So I like CJ West a lot. You go back and look at his film. Again, not the most crazy with the numbers. Like, he's not going to blow you away with any sack numbers or nothing like that, but he can stop the run, which is very important.
We need that bad, bro. Oh, God, we need that bad. Bless you.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we have Jahad Campbell, another guy that we talked about last week before the combine. Good tape, very good tape. But again, now you got to see the athleticism on full display at the combine, bro. He checked a lot of boxes at the combine. He's 6'3", 235 pounds, which is an ideal linebacker size and weight. Posted a 40-yard dash of 4.52, which is very solid for a linebacker. 10'7" broad jump, very good there. And again, that pro day is going to be critical for him as well. He's going to show off some more athletic ability, and he's going to be very good. A linebacker is another position of need for the Carolina Panthers. Again, getting rid of Shaq Thompson and whatnot. But when you look at potentially, let's say we go Mason Graham in the first, I don't know if Jihad is going to fall. I don't know if he's going to fall. I don't know if he's going to fall that far. He's very good. I don't know if he's going to fall that far. But if he does, definitely can grab him there. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see Jahad Campbell being a Panther, because again, we do have to get better in the linebacker room. Dave, any thoughts on Jahad?
Yeah, we talked about him last week. I wouldn't be mad if he falls to us in the second round, especially if we potentially get Walker or Graham. I wouldn't be mad at it one bit. But yeah, that'll be an interesting one. But it looks like his stock is climbing. You can mess around and end up getting early second or late first.
Yeah, he looking probably like a mid to late first as of right now. But again, I think it's going to be interesting, and we're going to talk about. We need to talk about this and monitor this at the draft, because I was reading another article somewhere else that position value is going to be really, really tested in this draft, because when we talk about position value with the running backs, with the safeties, linebackers, all those three positions specifically were talked about for being pretty weak. But there's some really talented players at those, i.e. Genty, Jahad, or Walker. All these guys, they might get drafted with really high picks. So is that position value really a thing? It's gonna be. I think that position value is gonna be tested for sure in this draft.
Yeah, when we get to the running backs, I'll have a discussion point about one in particular once we get to the running backs.
All right,
About
we'll work
this,
our way to the running backs.
absolutely. Now
But
this guy here,
bruh,
probably had the best best combine of the weekend, best performance by far.
Yeah, he had a crazy, and I know you're happy about it because that's the Gamecocks. You know what I mean? That's your people.
Didn't think nothing of it, but I will say this, man. I don't think we're gonna take him at 8, but I wouldn't be mad if we took him at 8.
Bro, yes, you would. You would flip, bruh. Dave,
Long as it's not
now
Robert.
you capping. You capping now, bro. You are capping.
No.
Yes, you are. Dave, you're capping, bro. As much as you got up here and complained about the defensive line and the pass rush, bro,
but I wouldn't be mad. Like, my biggest thing was about the receiver position. I wouldn't have been mad if we took a corner. I wouldn't be mad if we take a safety if it's the best one in the draft.
Dave, you're capping, bro.
But I would be. I will. All right. I'm not. All right. Just for you out here capping me out, because you be out here trying to cap a brother out. I would be furious if Mason Graham's sitting here and we take him. Or I would be furious if Jalen Walker's in and we take him. I would be furious. I would be. Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
They killing you in the chat, bro.
Listen, man, they always kill me in the chat.
Shout out to the chat, bro. I had to say it, bro. You would be livid if we picked Eman Warrior.
Oh yeah, if Graham or Walker's there, yeah, I'll be furious.
But anyway, Eman Warrior again jumped out the gym, bro. He vicious. The jumps by themselves were crazy. He had a 43-inch vertical, which is insane. 11'6" broad jump, insane. 6'3", 220 pounds, bro. Dave, that is nuts. This man is an athlete. He's a freak. You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid. He literally blew all the safeties out of the water with his 40 time at a 4.38 as well. When you just said it, Dave. Probably had he made himself the most money, and his tape isn't bad either. Like his tape matches. So people are gonna go take a second look at him, and I think we ain't see Michael, but the streets are saying that Eman Warrior might jump as a number. Yeah,
it says Starks didn't do what he needed to do, from what I understand. So
the streets are saying, Dave. The streets are saying that Eman Warrior might be number 1. That's what the streets saying.
Yeah.
That's what the streets are saying, Dave.
Yeah. Now he made himself a lot of money this weekend, bro. A lot of money.
He did, bro.
Every article I saw about winners and losers, he was a winner. He was consistently a winner in every one that I saw. Yep. So he made him some money. I don't know how high he's gonna end up, but he made some dough. But yeah. Stars might come on. Stars falling to 57.
Yeah. They said Eman Warrior does fit with Evero's defense. Yeah, I think he does. I think you can find it. You got to make it work. I think he's an absolute weapon, bro. He's one of those guys where you just got to make it work, bro. Scheme or no scheme, fit, no fit. You find a way to make it work with guys like him. Yeah, I mean, but shout out to Eman Warrior. Very, very good day. Very, very good day. All right. Next up, I saw his name up in the chat earlier. Cornerback Maxwell Harrison. Another good day. I mean, he had the 40 time is definitely what lit everything up. He was the first player to break the 4.3. And I think he got an official time of 4.28. So the speed is there. Yeah, speed is there. He's got good play speed as well. So it does show up on tape. He's an aggressive guy. He's not afraid of contact. And again, with that speed and his ability, and again, I think he's gonna be a very, very good cornerback in this league. I think his stock definitely worked. He kind of worked himself up into maybe the back end of the first, but definitely solid, bro. Definitely solid. and Maxwell Harrison. I got to do some more. I got to watch some more of his film. I watched a little bit, but I can't say I'm the biggest Harrison guy. I haven't watched enough, but I know he definitely earned the ability for me to go back and look because he's solid. A very good solid day for him.
Not the Kentucky kid.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yep. And somebody already said it. Somebody beat me to my next guy. Dorian Porter. Or Darian Porter. Very, very solid. Boy, he had himself a day too. And at his size, 6'3", 197 pounds, cornerback, track background. Bruh. 4'3", 40. 36-inch vertical, 10'11" broad jump. Bruh.
Got him some more money.
Yeah, he definitely got himself some money. He did do the 3-cone. He had a 404 shuttle and a 671 3-cone, which is both elite times for the position. And it doesn't matter what size he is, 6'3", that's elite times. So he had a great day. He had one of the best days for cornerbacks. And again, I got to be honest with you. I haven't watched the most of Porter, but definitely got to go back and watch. He definitely earned that from me, and I'm gonna go do that. Give him another look. All right, Dave, it's your turn, Dave. Two.
Let me tell y'all something, man. My man ran a 4.32, which was the fastest time in the 40. He pretty much impressed across the board in all the different categories. He was near the top or at the top. He shot up the board. There's talks that he might actually be a first round pick, which is kind of wild. I don't know if he's gonna go that high up.
I don't know.
I still like. I was arguing with somebody on Twitter. Somebody was like, "Oh, Tune's gonna go in the first." I'm like, "Nah, he's a day." Like I thought he was like a day 2 guy. I thought he would probably get drafted in the 3rd. I think he's probably gonna end up getting taken in the 2nd though. But when you had that discussion point about the positions and what's gonna happen regardless of position, it's gonna be fascinating to see where Tootin goes. That's gonna say a lot because some would say he might be the 2nd best running back in the draft. Like I know folks will have
about that. You got Judkins, you got a couple of guys, Amarion Hampton. I wouldn't go that far, bro. He had a very, very good day, but he deserves to make this list. I think he definitely increased his stock. Flying a little bit under the radar, but definitely dominated. He had a 40.5-inch vertical, led the whole group by a full inch. So again, he was just behind Judkins with a 10'10" broad jump. And he was tied with a couple guys for second. But again, that 40 time, I think he led the entire group.
Led entire group 4.32
by quite a bit. You know what I mean? He had the 10-yard split at 1.49. So I mean, yeah, I don't know about 2nd or 3rd, but he's definitely earned himself some money. And for that, I say Aggie Pride. Salute to Tootin, man. Aggie Pride, bro. We cheering for you. Hopefully come to the Panthers. That would be dope.
Yeah. If he falls the right way, if he falls in the right spot.
I think the sweet spot for him is 3rd. I think he's gonna go in the 3rd round.
Yeah. I initially before all this stuff started, I was thinking day 3, like during the season, day 3.
Nah, he's day
now
2.
He's day 2 now. He's day 2
he's
now.
He's a day 2 pick. I think he worked himself into a day 2 pick. So yeah, I'm rocking with that.
Kind of wild. My man went from A&T to Virginia Tech, and now he about to be a day 2 pick. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. Did it the right way.
He did.
Did it the right way.
Did it the right way. Shout out to him.
All right. Next up, I believe last on my list is Jared Wilson. Jared Wilson had himself a day. Again, 6'3", 310 pounds, and the man can move. This is what you want to see in your interior defensive lineman. Guys that are athletic and get out and pull. 4.84 second 40, which is, I think, one of the top 5 fastest times among offensive linemen to ever run in the combine. So the athletic ability is crazy. 32-inch vertical, 9'4" broad jump, just very, very good work, and posted a shuttle time of 4.56. Again, very good day for him. I really hope and pray that the Panthers don't completely ignore the offense and just get happy, go defense happy, because we do need to keep that strength that we have in the offensive line of strength. You know what I mean? And keep adding to the room and don't get complacent just because we got Damian Lewis and Hunt. Like, we got to continue to draft guys.
Oh no, we got to draft somebody because we're gonna probably lose some in free agency. We got to at a minimum for that.
Well, I don't know, because the streets are saying that KMA is gonna be coming back, and then they trying to get your boy back too, Corbett. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna completely ignore the offense. I think I could see us taking a running back. I could see us taking maybe take a wide receiver later. But I wouldn't be mad. Like, there's an offensive tackle. I mean, you probably could take a tackle depending on how things go with, because I don't see Brady Christensen coming back. So
I think the Christensen ship has sailed, bro.
Yeah, so like when you take all those things into account, you could see us, if we don't grab somebody in free agency, you could see us draft a lineman. So it'd be interesting. And we do need a center, but there's other centers, but it just all depends on where he falls. What are they saying he's gonna potentially be now? Like day two?
Day two. I think even in mocks, I was able to get him like the 4th, but I think he definitely worked himself up into the third or second potentially.
Okay.
So we can't rest on our laurels with the offensive line. We got to continue to get better. You know what I mean? So
I'm with it. You ain't gonna hear me complain about it. I can see it taking a tackle before a center, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Potentially.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at that either. There's some tackles that had some good days too. My man from Missouri, I'm not gonna butcher his name, but he had a good day. So a lot of guys had some good days, man. Just overall good stuff. And one thing about the combine in general, man, I think I hate that these guys that get invited don't show up, or if they do show up, they only participate in certain things. Like, I get it from a business perspective, and you want to reserve the right to not participate, but I hate that it takes away someone else's opportunity. Right? I think it takes away from other folks to be able to go to the combine and perform. You know what I mean? I don't like that. So they got to find a better way to kind of balance that out.
It's funny you say that. Like, the HBCU Legacy Bowl just happened, and there was an issue with some players deciding to not do the combine side of it, the HBCU combine side of it, and just playing the game, which was kind of backwards. But because they would say, well, I'll wait for our pro day. But the thing is, for HBCUs, you're not gonna get all 32 NFL teams at your pro day. And some of the other schools don't get all 32 teams at the pro day. So some of the bigger schools don't. So I say all that to say, I think at some point something's gonna have to give. Either you decide to not do this stuff at the combine anymore and just interview these folks and then just go to their pro days, or you start making a requirement that they got to participate in everything, like everything. Unless you're hurt, unless you're injured, and then okay, cool. But I think it's starting to get on the run ridiculous. Like, I agree, bro. Like, if you get invited to the combine, then you make the decision to not even participate in all the activities. I think that's kind of wild.
I get it. Yeah,
no,
I get it.
No, because you can interview, because it's like an opportunity to talk to the teams, and I get all that.
Yeah,
but they can just use their spot if they really want you. They can use their own spot, and then they can come and then they use a visit. You willing to take that risk? I just feel like the concept of it all is gonna wane, and I've always had these thoughts when it comes to this, because this isn't the first year where folks decide not to participate. But I think now with NIL, more of these players getting money, you're gonna have to probably start making it. You're gonna probably have to put something in writing that says you got to participate in X amount of events. Something's gonna have to give.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out. They gotta figure it out. Because I get it. I definitely would want to come. They've got to be able to like extend the invites, but then maybe like separate. I don't know. I don't have an answer, because if I did, I probably wouldn't be sitting at this table. But
you gotta make that joint. You gotta make that joint required.
All right. Double O Kane says character concerns around James Pierce are valid. Watched him all through high school at Advanced / Chambers, and his circle has the potential of pulling him in the wrong direction here in Charlotte. That's always going to be a problem. Shout out to Double O Kane.
Yeah.
Listen, I think that's why for James Pierce, I think it's going to be extremely important that his interviews, went well, because that's the part that we don't get to see as fans. Because if they didn't go well, you'll start to see stuff leak out. If they didn't go well, that my man is going to fall extremely
Like a
hard, bro. Because
rock, bruh.
he wasn't at, like, his combine wasn't over the top to where he was like, oh yeah, it's undeniable. Like, I can deal with this other stuff. You know what I mean? It wasn't that great. It was okay, but you know what I mean. So we'll see. And yeah, and for those to say wanting to come back home, come back here, that could be a problem too.
Oh
If
yeah,
you're
you don't
from
want
here
that.
and that might be a big issue. He probably need to leave, go somewhere else, start fresh
Don't
somewhere.
don't go to a city. I don't know what his details are about his issues in his circle or whatever, but yeah, try to find a city where you ain't got to deal with some of that stuff. He probably doesn't need to be in Charlotte.
And this isn't a problem unique just to Pierce.
It's not.
That's a problem with anybody that has issues with the circle, that they got to get out of it. And sometimes you just got to leave, you got to get out of the place that kind of pulled you in that direction. So what's best for his life is, and I don't know this man, I don't know this young man. I'm just speaking in generalities at this point, but sometimes you got to get away, and hopefully that'll be the case to where he can change his whole family's dynamic by making to the NFL, making generational wealth. I mean, you got to get out of this place if that's what the case is. I don't know this young man. If I had a chance to speak with him, I would tell him the same thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know him, and hopefully he just gets some good people in his corner, like a good agent. I got a referral. I can refer him to somebody. You know what I mean? But if he got to get around the right people, bro. And that's another role of the agent, right? Your agent needs to be pulling you in the right direction. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, speaking of that, again, Patreon members, I'll be dropping that link in the Discord in just a second. So hang tight, and we will make that thing happen. And yeah, Dave, anything else? I think that was my last prospect that I want to talk about. Anybody I missed? Anybody who else was out there that doing great things at the combine?
I saw the one HBCU person that came out there, Carson Vinson. He had a pretty good combine for Alabama, and A&M, the offensive tackle. I mean, he had a pretty good one considering the circumstances, because he got the invite off of the performance he had at the I believe it was the Senior Bowl. He balled out of his mind. So, it'll be interesting to see if he ends up, like, if there's one HBCU prospect that's going to get drafted, it's going to be him. The Egyptian linebacker out of Boise. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, Mimbu was the offensive lineman that I was talking about. I mean, he, again, great, 6'4", 332 pounds. He had the arm length was perfect, 33.5 inches. Just very solid. Again, he ran a very good 40, which is very solid, especially when you got your tackles that can get out on that edge, and I think that's very good to have. I think he ran a 4.91 at 330 some pounds. That's kind of crazy. He jumped a 34-inch vertical and a 9'7" broad jump. So that's a very, very good day. He had a good day. Mimbo from Missouri.
Ooh, this is insane.
I missed another one. Go ahead. What was that?
Ty Robinson, the defensive tackle from Nebraska, at a 9.84. But you know what? He got coached by Matt Rule, so we got to be careful with that. We got to tread lightly there. But
yeah, I know I had another slide for somebody else, but Jaden Higgins, I don't know why he was on my list, but Jaden Higgins also had a great day. He ran a 4.7 40, 214-pound receiver. I mean, he 6 foot, I think it's 6'4", 214 pounds. You might want to keep an eye on him. Bro. Both Iowa State wide receivers had great days. Jalen Noel had a good day as well. I mean, I think he had 11'2" broad jump, which is crazy. I think that led all receivers. He had a 41.5-inch vertical, which led the receivers. So athletically, he was one of the best receivers. I'm talking about Jalen Noel, but both wide receivers from Iowa State had days. They had really, really good days.
Okay. Cool beans. That's what's up.
All right. All right, so that's gonna close out today's show, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff, man. Rock with your boys from PFP. Again, appreciate all the support. Patreon members, that agent interview is coming in just a second. Hang tight. I'll be posting the link. So hang tight. Yeah, that is it. Dave, you got anything else?
Nah, man, I'm good. I am so tired, guys. I am beat. Had a long day. I'm tired. Yeah.
All right. With that said, man, we will holler at y'all next week. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Help us get to 25,000 subscribers. See y'all next week. We out of here.
Peace.